Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for the hearing, and Ranking Member Green. Mr. Chairman, let me ask you a couple of questions. Do you receive any direction from the White House?
No, Congressman.
Has the FDIC given any kind of direction to the Department of Justice to investigate financial institutions, particularly selected by FDIC or you?
As a general matter, no. Depending on the context, we may, if we develop information, we may refer something to the Justice Department.
Was the high-risk list a plan to stop banks from doing business with those entities that were listed?
I don't believe so, Congressman. As I indicated, the list that's referred to was in a Supervisory Insights Journal article that appeared first back in June of 2011. I think the idea behind the article and the list was to provide information to banks on managing these client relationships. I will say, as I indicated in my statement, that I do think the list was subsequently misunderstood. There were misimpressions of it, and conclusions were drawn that categories listed identified on the list were not eligible for banks to do business with, and that's really not the case. And frankly, the fact that the list was viewed that way from our standpoint was a failure on our part. It's the reason we ultimately withdrew the list, because we believed it was being misunderstood and being misapplied in effect.
I appreciate that statement, and I had read your comments on that previous to this hearing. What I'm trying to get clarity on is, was there some political motive, people moving through the shadows, meeting down in basements with no lights, plotting against businesses that they didn't like, and then you and the AG press a button and you go and get these bad guys and put them on a list of nasty companies?
Not to my knowledge, Congressman.
No cigar-smoked rooms, filled rooms with your staff and under the basement of the White House?
Not to my knowledge.
Park across the street. Frankly, I'm glad that you removed the high-risk list. I'm hoping that we can deal with this without there being some subliminal reason for this being done, other than the reasons that I think are fairly clear to us. And one of the roles of this committee is, of course, to try to find out what's going on, and it's our responsibility. And so tough questions are supposed to be asked. My questions were not particularly tough questions, but they were aimed at trying to hopefully bring some clarity to this whole issue and its genesis. So I just wanted to find out, whether or not you've been secretly meeting with the president, maybe on the basketball court in the White House South Lawn.
No, sir.
How often do you meet with the president?
I've had 3 opportunities during the course of my service, as the president each year has met with the financial regulators as a group, and I've had the privilege of participating in those meetings.
Did he slip you something to the side, a sheet of paper?
No, Congressman.
Okay. I have no other questions. Thank you.